Okay, greetings and good morning, golf fans. It's Friday, September 1st, 2017 here. Um, Head out for the TGC Amateur Society round of the day on the new month. We just wrapped up August. We had a roundup every day for the whole month. So there was 30, with a 4-rounder that went 5 days. We had 30 events in 31 days. So, and we've attracted some more no-age players. TGC Amateur Society is the one I created, had this in mind ever since I knew TGC 2 was coming out. This is another AIDS-off society, which my application is pending because got to do some Q school events there, I guess, before I get accepted. Devil's Den is a friend of mine, but it's not a no-age thing there, so I'll only play occasionally there. And I was also playing this No Training Wheels Society, but wasn't really happy with the course selections there. If you're going to play that way, you got to have a little finer point on the pencil with the courses you set. So anyway, I'm going to punch up TGC Amateur Society. And playing today on a course I made, Central Park in New York City. It was a course I was, really waiting for somebody to take a crack at in all of Golf Club 1, and never saw it. Anybody played, anybody played Tiger Woods might recall there was a Central Park course in the early games. One year, I think one of the challenges was to play John Daly, if I remember correctly, and you couldn't zoom out and get the overhead of the course. So I don't know how legitimate it was set up, but I set this up. I did my best. The real Central Park is a half-mile wide and 2.5 miles long, which the course designer doesn't give you that much room. So I did make it a half-mile wide, but I had to truncate it by about a third. There's 3 crossroads going through Central Park. I only really had room for 2, so I did the best I could, and tried to make it somewhat legitimate and still, have the cityscape surrounding it. So anyway, Central Park today, and Strawberry Fields for in memory of John Lennon. It's like 36 years now since he was taken from us too soon, and anybody that grew up in the day, Beatle fans everywhere should appreciate this. So we're gonna head on out and play it. I see a couple of guys already went out there and took a shot at it. And as you see, the message of the day, we're enhancing the difficulty now. Commiserated with all the guys that were showing up to play every day late in August, and we decided to go a little bit more difficulty. We removed the wind velocity and the foot lie, so we're pretty much total AIDS off now. And the month will consist of 1-rounders Monday to Fridays, 2-rounders on the weekends, and a 4-round major, which I'm hoping to coincide with the Tour Championship at Eastlake. I know a guy that's working on that, or been working on that, and I'm hoping he'll have that ready. So anyway, that's the thing here for the TGC Amateur Society, and I'm going to head out on that now and do my best. And anybody that ever watches any of my live streams know I take a 5-minute break after the front 9, refresh my coffee, have a smoke, and then I come back and do the back 9. So anyway, we're going to get started. This is the first tournament event on this course, which I just put up last week. There are some people on the course, but instead of putting vast crowds of people, I did something a little bit trickier. I put I put some golf bags out and a couple of people, and on the crossroads there are stop signs where people stop their cars and maybe get out of their car and watch the golfers go by. So This will be the first real look at that in a tournament situation there. I hope it looks legitimate. So, okay, off we go. I've also had to work hard. We're using tour clubs as well, so what I've had to, it's been a couple of months now since the game came out, and I'm trying, working with my camera views and my swing tempo and how to, hand-eye or thumb-eye coordinate where I strike the ball, to hit it fairly straight where you're aiming it. So anyway, off we go. This will be for the back tees. I got 2 tees, forward and a back tee, and even though it says there's 3 pins, there's really only 2. I ran into a problem with the course designer when I was doing it. I was trying to do some greens that served 2 holes, and I had to do and then all of a sudden three pins are showing up, and that's not what I did at all. So I had to do a lot of reworking here and there. So it shows that there are 3 pin locations, but there's really only 2. So as far as the pins, excuse me, the number 1 pin is, I mean, I don't go out of my way to make things, crazy hard on the greens, but pin 1 is, more or less center green and not too much slope going on, and pin 2 is trickied up, a little bit with slope, but still, if if you're within birdie range there, you're going to have a fairly, tame putt. That just comes down to course design philosophy. I'd rather make a legitimate, county, municipal, local course for the weekend golfer than some crazy hard, concrete greens and, alpine green, alpine sloped greens. It's just not the way I want to roll.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John McCarthy. So glad you could join us for this event here on the TGC network. We are ready for our final round coverage of this first event of the season. We're down on the first tee now. Let's see.
So I got a couple golf bags over there on the right, and people standing, as if you were playing with 3 other guys on a course. And up ahead here, you'll see there's a cross street there. There's stop signs there, and people have to stop, maybe get out of their cars. So that's what I did with the crowds instead of doing other stuff with huge crowds and grandstands and stuff. So I got a, what do you call it, concession tent over there, and some people hanging around, as if they were like, I don't know, getting a hot dog and a beer or something. So, that's what that's all about.
And with that, the first
pull that a little bit. Should be okay though.
And I think he will like that. Okay, from 160 yards away.
Just take a quick look there. Green speeds are, at medium. Like your local course, maybe you go to play, the greens aren't going to be, Augusta fast.
Here's an 8-iron.
Yeah, so far I'm pulling off a little bit.
Well, this one's still quite far away, but it is definitely on the green. About 7 feet to go here. Oh goodness, that was almost it.
Ooh, poor. Extremely poor. Like I said, number 2 flag, I trickied up the greens
12
just a
feet
little
to
bit.
go to get to that cup. Ooh, and it just misses.
But not a good start for sure.
And starting the day off at 2 over.
Yeah, that's totally wrong.
And now let's see what the second hole has in store. Going with the 6 iron.
It was a little bit better on the swing.
And this putt is for birdie. Oh my goodness, that was close. And about 4 feet from the cup. And the par putt will drop. And currently sitting at 2 over for the day. And now let us see what the third hole has in store. This is looking fairway bound. And from here, about 210 yards to the pin. And here's the 6 iron. 16 feet. And about 6 feet to go here. And that putt drops for bogey. And after that hole, 3 over for the event. And now the 4th hole.
So again, as we do the flyover here, there's a cross street up here crossing the fairway, stop signs, golfer warning signs. Cars have to stop. People get out of their cars, to watch the golfers go by. That's instead of putting huge tournament crowds out there.
And I think you'll like that. And about 175 yards away here. Going with the 7-iron on this one. And that approach is on the green. Quite a long putt ahead. Ooh, that looked good. That putt will drop for par. Currently sitting at +3 for the day after that hole. Okay, let's see what the 5th has in store for us.
This is a double green there. That's why you see 2 flags. It serves 2 holes.
Looks like a 7-iron.
A little slow on that.
And it looks like he's going through the branches here on this one. Too much club on that, I think. This putt's about 7 feet to the cup.
Oh, took it out too far.
Too bad. This putt's about a 2-footer.
Oh, well.
And after that hole, currently sitting at 4 over.
Yeah, not doing well. It's my own damn course.
And moving on to the 6th.
So I put ball fields out there, you know, one of those things. I really didn't have time for the great lawn, so I put adjoining ball fields in, and, you know, some people hanging around over there for the ball game.
I think we'll find some fairway here. This one's about 19
Well, I didn't
feet
hit that
away.
anywhere near hard enough.
Ooh, it looked
Oh.
close. Just didn't go. And about 5 feet from the cup. And that drops for bogey.
Wow, bogey fest here today.
And after that one, currently sitting at 5 over for the day. And that means he's in 2nd place here on the leaderboard.
So the short par 4, you got to take it over the ball field complex. This is drivable if you want to take the chance, but with the pin on the left there, it's problematical. And of course, the ball field area is an OB, so you don't want to shank anything here. Got a little quick on it again.
Yeah, this shot he's taken through the branches. decent shot into the fairway with the green within reach. Let's see what happens. This one's about 4 feet from the cup. And that one's going to go for par. And after that hole, currently sitting at 5 over for the day. And now teeing off on the par 5. And sensing something was off.
I'm hitting everything a little fast. You know, you're making a good swing, and you're getting a draw like that. You're a little fast.
That lie will be much more easier than the last one. From here, about 190 yards. I think that's a 5-iron. And this one's for birdie. This looks like around a 4-footer, I'd say. And that putt will go for par. I'm currently sitting at 5 over for the day after that hole.
Yeah, not hitting a little too fast on the drivers.
Okay, and on to the 9th.
There's a museum over there on the right, which is actually in Central Park. So, you know, I tried to be legit where I could.
Well, I think this one's going to find short grass. From here, about 105 yards. Going with the 8-iron here. And I think he will be happy with that. This looking like 17 feet from here. Oh my goodness. And the par putt drops. And after that one, currently sitting at 5 over for the day.
Alright folks, well, time to take 5. I'm playing. Couldn't even get a birdie here on the front nine. It's my damn course. Alright. Anyway, back in 5. Okay, all right, we're all nicotined up again here. Let's see if we can make something out of this back nine here. If you notice in my screen, on
10th hole here.
the flyover, you're only getting the whole information. I've even turned off the shot feedback because, I know if I get a draw on it, I was a little fast, and if it gets a fade, I was a little slow, and I put the bullet trail back on, so. See if we get this shot rhythm.
Going with the 9
All right,
here.
I think that's okay. Just a little bit of a pull on that, I think.
And this for the birdie.
We've turned off the wind velocity now, and just going by the fill of the circle. This should be pretty straight from here. Nah, just a little bit of a bend I didn't read.
And just missing the birdie there. Unfortunate.
Oh well. Pars are good.
And after that hole, currently sitting at 5 over for the day.
J3 there, he shot 6 under, but he's a good golfer. Glad to have him in the society.
Okay, now moving on to the 11th.
Okay, again, you see I got, some stopped cars, and people got out of their cars to, watch the golfers go by. Just a variation on the tournament crowd thing. Just seem to be a little too quick with every driver swing here, so I'm just going to give it a little more room to the right. That was a little slow, but it's okay. If it starts out right, you're a little slow on the swing, so okay.
From 245 yards to the pin.
Yeah, but it's a hazard carry, so I'm not sure I even want to make the green on this. I'd rather leave myself a pitch. I think I'd really rather have a pitch. My fairways here, I haven't gone crazy with humps and bumps and slopes in the fairways there. I don't know. For your county, municipal, local golf course there, they can't all be Augusta. Pretty much got that one on the nose. Let's pitch up here and see if we can get a birdie.
putt's right around a 9-footer.
There's a little extra loft on that there. Try to get it to check up a little bit. They've abbreviated that whole loft adjustment stuff for TGC too. So you know you're limited, so you can pretty much use it in a more realistic way. Should be able to go straight at this.
And that putt will drop for birdie.
Yeah. Like I said, I trickied up the greens a little bit around the number 2 flags, but if you get in close, you're not going to be stressed out too much with the putts. But that was the point.
And now we find ourselves on the 12th.
Drivable for sure. Just one of the ones I was going to do like a shared green there, but it confused the program and added extra flag locations to the indicator that aren't that weren't real. And again, here I'm not. Try to play this for the birdie. Because anything off is going to be anything off is going to be in a bunker.
And something sounded off with that swing.
My swing is off. I played around earlier there. I was doing much better. Just every once in a while, just that little bit of extra, quick or slow with your swing is going to.
About 7 feet to go here. For the birdie.
Played that smart.
And currently sitting at 3 over for the day after that hole.
Like to get back to even par here.
Par 3.
Again, people, had to stop their cars, let the golfers go through, get out of their cars and watch it, It should be okay.
Yeah, it looks like a.
All right, pretty much got that on the money. Wind knocked it down just a little bit.
18 feet to the cup.
There's another one here. It looks like it can go a little bit straight. Little mid-range break there I didn't pick up.
This one's about 3 feet away. And that one will drop for par. And after that hole, +3 on the day. And now setting up for the par 4.
This is a double fairway here, 14 and 15. That's why it's double wide. Like I was saying earlier, Central Park is a half-mile wide and 2.5 miles long. So I had to truncate it some, just to get the, the proportions correct.
This one's looking pretty good.
But it really reduced the amount of space for the course itself. So right away I knew I wanted to make some holes, some greens that shared holes. A little slow on that, I think.
Heading for the green.
Yeah, lost distance.
And this putt's for birdie.
I don't think I hit that anywhere near hard enough. Oh, close. Okay.
Oh, my lands. That was
A little harder. Might have held the line and gone in. Oh, well.
Okay, and now we will take a look at the leaderboard. And after that hole, 3 over for the box.
All right, we got 4 more holes to get to even par here.
And moving on to the 15th hole.
We're looking north here, so it's like a morning sun. So there's a parking lot there, so that's why there's out of bounds there. Got to be careful with that if the wind's like really against you.
Okay, this one's looking pretty good.
Ooh.
Well, what do you know? I thought that shot was going to be pretty safe.
Yeah. But no.
Too much club, I think. And this putt is needed to save par. Finishing this hole out with a solid putt. And currently sitting at +3 for the day after that hole. And that means
hell hole am I on
place for him on this leaderboard.
Okay, that's 15 in. Okay.
Okay, and moving on to the 16th here.
Short par 4, but it shares the green for the 5th hole. Again, you see some people there hanging around their golf bags.
Well, this one's looking like it's finding the fairway.
Well, it's a mile wide. You would hope I found some fairway there, right?
And about 140 yards to go. Shot's looking pretty good. All right, and he's on. And this putt is for birdie.
So also, you don't see a lot of cart paths here. There's just not enough detail in them. They just look like strips of taffy to me, especially when there's a lot of it out there. So what I've done is I've connected my greens and next tees with splines of rough. You know, it looks like a path. I don't like the cart paths. They just they don't show any wear or irregularity. It's just they look. It's just, I don't know. I think they take away from the natural setting. Oh,
so close.
read too much break.
This is about a 4-footer. And that one will drop. And currently sitting at 3 over for the day after that hole. Okay, and setting up on the 17th tee.
And this also shares the green from the 4th tee for the 4th hole. That's why you see that extra flag out there. We got to carry the hazard here. There's not too much wind.
Like a 6-iron.
Looks like I got it.
Too much club. This putt's about 3 feet away. top for par. And after that hole, +3.
All right, well, one more hole. I think I'm not going to get back to even par, but that's okay.
And picking up on the 18th hole action here. Let's see what happens.
There's the museum out there. There's only so much detail you could do with that, but that's, I think it's the Museum of Modern Art that's there. Yeah. All right, well, that was poor. Didn't even need the 3-wood for that. No. You're right, I can't be too happy with that.
Sounds like he's going through the branches here.
Yeah, at least I got through them. People hanging around the clubhouse there with their bags and stuff, you know. Oh, wow, made it on the green. I don't think I wanted to be on the green.
And this putt,
because now I got the putt from hell.
Score of 72. And this next putt for
yeah, that wasn't a really good putt at all.
Score.
To play these 187 greens so much, you know, that you get used to them, and then when you have something like this mid-range there, where you find yourself, you know, going to the wrong place. I should be hitting this like halfway to the hole and letting the inertia take it the rest of the way. Oh.
And this next putt was 74 on their final round.
Oh well. So anyway, there's the tournament round for the day at Central Park in honor of John Lennon. Not really happy with that, and lost by 10 strokes. At least I got a couple of birdies on that back nine. Yeah, alright, no, I can't. It's not right to rate my own course. Alright, so back to the society. Upcoming over the weekend, we got the Mad Monks at the Greens at Old Rasputin. I played this casually the other day. It was, it was pretty nice. It was challenging without, being overdone like a lot of guys do. And I had put up another. I thought I put it up. I don't know what happened. September 2nd and 3rd. Huh. I could have sworn that took. Here's my Hetchy Valley Yosemite National, which I had out there, but I redid this with a lot of waterworks. You can see I got a dam out there, and I must not have finished that anyway. So anyway, anybody ever watched Ken Burns's documentary about the national parks or familiar with that name? Of course, if he knew there was a golf course and a dam in his beloved Yosemite, he'd be turning over in his grave, but that's fine. So it'll start Monday the 4th, runs one day. Maybe I didn't do it. Alright, we're going to take this from the back tees. We're going to play this to pin 2. I got 3 pins on this. We're going to take it to pin 2. Off, 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 on, and off. Alright, $400, 75, and a $400 bonus, okay, to the winner, I guess. Okay. Done. Okay, now it's up. Okay. So we do Monday to Friday, we do 1-rounders. The weekend we do 2-rounders, and at some point there'll be a 4-round major to either finish it up. Like I said earlier, I'm hoping to see Eastlake completed, so we could, match up to the Tour Championship on the right weekend. So. Okay, it clicked. Alright, maybe it didn't click before. Okay. So that's it for this round from the Golf Club Amateur Society. And if you all tuned in, I'll thank you for watching.